Geri Halliwell live at much. And now you've actually, I mean, you know, if you ever thought, you know, like you still didn't have your whole vibe.
Pardon?
If you ever thought that your vibe still wasn't there, your vibe is still there because the cat's outside.
I know.
They've been out there since 6 o'clock in the morning.
I swear, I did not. I didn't even think that I'd have one person standing outside.
6 a.m. they've been out there. Let's go outside and see them.
Very nice. Come on, let's go. It's great.
When you were in the Spice Girls, you promoted girl power. Now that you're by yourself, I know you still have that girl power, but how will you promote it on your new album?
I just think it's about being real, you know, it's real power. Just being honest who I am. That's it. It's being very responsible of who you are. Obviously, I'm more of a woman. I'm developing into a woman now, but, you know, just taking it one step further.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, no. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Your Royal Highness. Happy birthday to you.
Well, you see, look at that, eh?
God, you've covered it all, haven't you? You know, you've done your homework.
Well, you know, what you're here for now is you've got to make sure everything is hooked up. Now, what do you do with you and Prince Charlie? You pinch his bum, you kiss him on... What's going on?
I think, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're a prince or, you know, you work for a postman or a dustman, whatever, you know, and it doesn't matter your age. I think he's a very charming guy, and... You know, that's it, basically.
What kind of pinch was it? Was it a good grabber?
No, I tell you what it is. I'm Spanish. I'm half Spanish, this half.
Right.
My mother is Spanish, and I'm very like, ay, madre mía, que guapo. You know, I'm very, very affectionate person, and that's why I respond to people. Well, you know, I don't care who you are. You know, I like to hug, and that's who I am. Exactly.
Was it a...
It wasn't a pinch, it was a pat.
Oh, a little pat on his bum?
It was like, hello.
What did he say? Thank you, Jerry.
Yes, he came back and smiled.
He did?
It was funny.
I'm sure after that, a lot of guys would smile.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to open up the phone lines, and here is Lisa from Dartmouth.
Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Jerry. You look wonderful. You sound great, and my daughter and I just can't wait to hear your new song. But today I'm calling to give you just a different perspective. You hear lots of questions related to, you know, common fan questions, but today I'm calling you to thank you for being such a good role model for my daughter, Kat. My daughter, Kat, is 10 years old, and I want to relate an experience we had. Last year, she entered the school science fair, and she was successful and placed first, along with her best friend, Jasmine, and they went on to the regional science fair, and they won that contest. And when my husband and I were just going, oh, you did a wonderful job, and she said, but hey, Mom, this is girl power. This is what it's all about. And you know, Jerry, it is. It's not about music and clothes. It's being who you can be with what you have, doing the best. And I just think you've done a wonderful job. And what kind of a spokesperson can we ask for any better than you? You're doing a great
Thank you
job.
very much.
Now,
That's very nice of you to say that. I mean, I can say two things on that. I think the most important thing and the sexiest thing is your mind. I think, you know, it's advanced and you can really use it and do positive things with it. But as for being a role model, you know what? I'm just a human being. I'm not perfect and I'll make mistakes. That's a lot to live up to. But that's very nice and flattering if you know, if I can inspire anything, you know, to do things like that. But I think everybody, you know, should have different role models, whether it's your mother, anybody. If you know, anybody can identify with me, that's great. Because you know what I think in life? You know, when you're at school, sometimes there's like the head cheerleader, the most beautiful person, or, you know, the head of the football team, and they're always the winners, and you kind of sit back in the witness and think, I'm not as cool as that. And I felt like that. Instead, I turned to music and literature, and they were my friends. So, and what I think happens, those kinds of people, they peaked at school, and then the others, it's quite reassuring to know that you go past them, you have a reunion, and they're still the same. So that's quite inspiring. So, and if I can inspire anybody else with my music of what I've got to say, and that's brilliant, then that's you know, I've done my job. That's brilliant. Thank you. Very nice of you to say so.
So, we're actually going to take an audience question from Jenna.
Yeah.
Hello, Jenna.
Hi, Jerry. It's like so nice to finally meet you. I've always wanted to.
So we bumped each other on the
washroom.
toilet, didn't we? I was so nervous. I'd been to the toilet about 3 times in the last 10 minutes.
I think you're so cool, by the way.
Thank you.
And I just like to say that, like, I've read in interviews and stuff, you said that your new CD, like, lyrically is, like, very thought-provoking and, like, upfront and cheeky, something to that extent.
Yeah.
So, like, lyrically, can you compare that to, like, Alanis Morissette, who also is, like,
No,
that?
I think what it is, whatever I gave to the Spice Girls, you know, it was a massive piece of me. I think it was more than a fifth. I was taking it on. So hopefully Spice Girl fans will love what I've done. But what I've done, I've taken it 1 step further, 3 steps further, because I think you all need stimulation. And, you know, and I think music and art, what it should do, it should run at different levels. On one hand, if you just want to be entertained and run around in your underwear to it, that's fine. You know, on the other hand, if you want to look into the lyrics, I never waste a word. I always talk about things on my words. It's not as angst and angry, and it's not as self-indulgent, but I'm talking about something. You know, in the first song, I'm talking about public image. But otherwise, you can just, you know, do that to it, and it's fine. But whatever level you want to get it, that's what it, you know, and I think it's ageless. It doesn't matter where. I think teenagers are growing up faster, and 30-year-olds, 50-year-olds are still teenagers in this day and age. You know, everybody can enjoy music.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks, Jenna. All right, so we're going to remind you again that the video, Look at Me, will be coming your way live on April the 16th at noon.
Oh,
at
my
noon,
God.
so look out for that. But we're going to sit down and chat a lot more with Geri Halliwell right after this, so stick with us live.
Belly dancer costume. I don't think I dare look. There is an added fur boa with this now, which arrived this morning. Wow. Modelled by Tenzin again, and I'll start this at 1100, worn in that amazing video in the desert. And I'll start this one at 850. It's with me at 850. 850. Can I say 9? 900, 950. 950 with me at £950. Is the bidding going to go? Yes, she's opened the coat. We have more bidding. I'd like to invite Geri Halliwell to help me sell the final lot of the sale. Hello. For the last time, 36,200. Geri, sell it. Hey, sold.
Please welcome the ex-Spice Girl, formerly known as Ginger, Geri Halliwell.
Well, good evening, America. It is great to be here tonight.
Right, for those who don't recognize me, I know I used to look like a drag queen.
As much as you auctioned off everything,
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know, all that stuff, you know, for the Spice Girls, all those costumes and outfits, was that also, it was for charity, but was that also some sort of a cleansing process?
I'd always planned to do it anyway.
Yeah, you did?
Because I have this philosophy that never let your possessions possess you. I think you should travel through life very lightly. You know, what's the point of me being a granny and going, oh, look at this, and, you know, and your grandchild's on the computer game and doesn't give a damn.
Right.
So I just thought I'd rather something productive come out of my clothes, and it did. You know, a lot of money was raised. It was very therapeutic and cathartic to sell those clothes. Right. You know, it was moving on. You know, I had no wardrobe space left. I had to get rid of them. You know, so it was good.
All right, let's talk about your relationship with George Michael.
Yeah.
Are you guys, how close are you? I mean...
Well, put it this way, it's quite funny how life turns out. When I was about, I don't know, 50, no, younger, 12, I used to idolise him. I was in love with him. I thought I was going to marry him. And I even found a diary with a picture of him stuck in. And I met him at a charity launch one day, and I even flirted with him, still didn't realise I wasn't his type. And then, and we became telephone buddies because we both lost a parent. We come from the same area. Right. And we both have a Mediterranean parent. And then when I left the Spice Girls, I was living abroad and I was so lonely, can you imagine? Because they were my four buddies, really. I had no one else. And he said, come and stay for a few days. And I stayed 3 months. So be very aware if you invite me round. And then, and he just was a pillar of strength for me. I was a headless chicken. It was really, you know, it was a very traumatic thing I went through. And he just guided me. He was a shoulder, you know, to lean on. He was fantastic.
Were you there for him in terms of some of the stuff that he's gone
through? Well, yeah. I mean, he's a very focused guy and very together.
Right.
And, you know, he's 10 years older than me. And so, you know, we had a very funny summer together. Right. And so, you know, sometimes angels come down just when you need them. And he's a fantastic guy. He really is.
We're almost going to wrap up here, but we're going to come back out.
I don't want to go.
I told you it should be 2 hours, didn't it?
I know. Right. Can't we have extra time? All
right, so we're going to
Football has extra time.
Yeah, we do. All right, we're into penalty talking. Anyway, so after the break, we're going to come back and we're going to talk with Geri Halliwell live.
Okay, bye. It's gone so quick, isn't it? Yeah.